It's been a red hot minute since I have filmed a flow yoga series. Now we are in winter here in Australia and it is really cold, so I'm going to be doing this to bring in some of that internal heat, which of course starts with our diaphragmatic breathing, moving slowly, adding in twists and taking our time in the transitions. I'm Megs. I run Move Like Water Collective, your home for better movement. I believe in starting from a fascia and feet first philosophy. Therefore, the rest of the body can learn to come back home to alignment. So if that sounds like you and you vibe with that, then I'd really appreciate it if you gave me a like, click the subscribe button so that you can keep up to date with my movement videos, yoga, foot health tips, and of course, helping your fascia stay hydrated, healthy, so that it can look after you. This is going to be a relatively less cues. I don't want to say the word advanced, but I'm not going to be cueing a lot. So if you're brand new to yoga, I recommend checking out my other videos before jumping into this practice. I'm really big on wrist mobility and making sure that our joints are nice and warm before we go into our practice. So what we're going to do first is start to collaborate with our diaphragmatic breathing. That must come first before the movement. And while we're doing that, we're going to start to move our hands and our feet. Our fingers and our toes are the furthest away from the diaphragm. And when we're not breathing properly, these areas in our body don't get blood and oxygen, meaning that they can become calcified, frozen, and dehydrated. So we're going to start with a little bit of movement whilst doing our breath through our hands, and then we're going to do the same thing with our feet. So we're making sure we are diaphragmatic breathing using this big plate of muscle underneath the rib cage. As you inhale, that diaphragm is going to push down onto the belly and the rib cage will expand, but nothing up here into the chest or the shoulders. And as we're doing that, we're going to start to rotate our wrists. So we're going to take an inhale through the nose, feel the belly expand. And then exhale through the nose and feel the belly draw to the spine. Continue, inhale through the nose, belly expands. And exhale through the nose, the belly draws to the spine. Now, as you're doing this, we're going to start to rotate the wrists in the opposite direction. So continue with the breathing in through the nose, the belly expands. As you do this, feel it move into the rib cage, but try not to let it move up into your chest or your shoulders. And as you exhale, letting the belly squeeze towards the spine, almost feeling the serratus and the abdominals contract. Let's do that 2 more times. So inhale through the nose, belly expands. And exhale through the nose, the belly to the spine. Now, I said it is quite cold here, so we are going to, as I said, get moving. Now we're going to do the same thing here with our breathing, but we're going to come into our arched cat position. So I'm pulling my pubic bone, my belly, and my sternum away from the floor. All right, and I'm going to lean onto the knees, and the same thing. We're going to take 5 rounds of diaphragmatic breath here. So in through the nose, belly expands. Out through the nose, belly to spine. Catch your spine coming into compression. Let's do that 4 more times. Inhale. And then exhale, belly to spine. Now see if you can rotate your ankles back the other direction. So especially if you've been wearing shoes a lot through your day. For many of us, as mentioned, we can become really calcified through our feet. And especially if you're wearing shoes, your toes will migrate together, either causing bunions or cross toes. So it's really important we start right here because this is what's going to be holding us up. All right, from here we're going to tuck the toes and straight away we're going to see if we can hover those knees off. So we're maintaining a full cat position here, rounded spine, spreading the bones of the scapula apart, pulling the pubic bone, the belly and the sternum away from the floor. Now either stay here or see if you can turn your body to the left, and we're just going to take a seat down here. Cool, so opening the hip on the left, pushing out of that right hand, and see if we can come back to our cat position. All right, from here we're going to lean over to the right, lean into your left hand, drop the bum down, open your right hip. All right, we're going to continue to move with that. So we're going to inhale, come to cat. And exhale, you're going to take a twist. Now you can keep the hips off if you'd like to move a little harder, or you can drop the bum down. So inhale and then exhale. Let's continue with this. So just taking your time to move through these rotations, really nice and slow, focusing on your exhale, so belly to spine as you twist. Inhale into your cat. Last one here, exhale, taking a twist. All right, coming back to our cat position, drop your knees down, turn your fingers out to the side, and let's just start to get into the kind of the front of the wrist here, opening up that whole like medial side. So I like to make this pretty free flow. So just taking some movements here. It's nice to tuck your toes, create some circles. I really invite you to stay with your diaphragmatic breath the whole time while we're in our practice, especially when it gets hard, as that's going to control your stress response. If you open your mouth and you breathe into the upper chest, you've just triggered the nervous system into a state of fight-flight, and we have shifted gears, meaning that your fascia is also going to grip on and make your yoga practice probably harder than it's going to be, okay? So what we're going to do is bring those hands back forward. We're going to tuck the toes. You're going to open your knees, finding an ape squat. You don't have to drop your heels on the ground straight away. And then we're just going to come back to our cat position. So let's exhale, open into some sort of a squat here, reaching forward, lengthening the spine. And then inhale, maybe hovering those knees off. Let's do 3 more. Exhale, your version of an ape squat at the back of your mats. And then inhale, coming forward. 2 more like this. Exhale, sit back into your squat, round your spine. And then coming back into your cat position. This time we're going to hold our squat. So let's walk ourselves to the back of the mat. Drop the heels down if you can and start to move around your hips. So we're trying to get some internal, external rotation with the hip. We want to try to get into the toes. So try to spread and splay your toes. So we are, again, able to access every single part of the foot here, including the foot muscles on the underside of the foot. So make it pretty organic at the back of your mat here. Okay. All right, from here, we're just going to move into some hinging. Keep the elbows on the inside of the knees. Push through the feet and elevate the hips up. And then let's come back down to our squat here. So let's add our breathing. Exhale, lift up the hips, drop the head. Inhale back to your squat. We'll do that 3 more times. Maybe feeling those quads start to fire. I'll be throwing in a few little locomotion, kind of playful animal moves into this little practice today. As I said, I really want to warm up, so I think that's where we're going to go today. So we're going to do a bear crawl forward. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift our hips up. We really want to think about swaggering our hips here. So we're thinking about walking nice and slowly. I'm going to bring my right hand forward. Right, as I bring my right hand forward, I'm going to step my left foot up to my right hand. Right, as I move through again, I'm stepping contralateral. So let's move forward. I'm going to go left hand, right foot, and then right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. We're going to drop the knees down. Now you're welcome to keep the knees down on the ground or keep them up. And can we crawl backwards through a cat crawl like you're resting something on your sacrum? Nice and slow, back into your squat at the back of the mat. Beautiful. All right, from here, let's lift up the hips, tuck the chin and roll all the way up to stand. So big spinal wave to come up to stand here. All right, I'm going to do all of that again. So we're going to take an inhale at the top of the mat. Exhale, bend the knees a lot and fold. Now keep your hips high, keep the bend into the knees, and we're going to start to bear crawl. Right hand goes forward. Lift up your hips and step the left foot to the left hand. Left hand goes, push the floor away, and we step up to the right hand. Right hand goes, left foot steps. Left hand goes, right foot steps. Right hand goes, left foot steps. Drop your knees to hover and contralateral, arms straight, tummy muscles on. Slowly, like you're balancing something really important on your back. Cat crawl to the back of the mat. Woo, definitely starting to warm up. All right, let's hinge, chin to chest, belly to spine, roll. Big spinal wave. We inhale, rise. One more time through that little sequence. Exhale and fold. All right, as you move through, you can do the bear crawl we just did or play around with hopping the feet. So we're going to think about walking the hands forward, come right onto the toes, and maybe let those legs come forward and let the feet float. Let's do a few more like that. Push the floor away, arms nice and straight. Really starting to activate that compression, especially if you're working into handstands. It's a nice little skill to play around with, but definitely not easy. One more of these. Lift up, lift the femur bones into your hip socket. Ooh. Reverse cat crawl. Not that I've ever seen a cat go backwards, but there's always time for a first, correct? Are we still breathing? Make sure you're breathing through your nose. Squat at the back of your mat. Amazing. All right. Oh, definitely warming up. From our squat position, hinge forward. Lift up those hips. Roll up your spine. Excellent. From here, push through your heels. Take an inhale, rise. As you exhale, we're going to fold. We're going to walk out this time to a downward facing dog. I think my dog just farted. So we're coming out to a downward facing dog. It's a little bit difficult to breathe through the nose. Just have a play around here. So bending your knees, lifting your hips. Make it quite organic. You will always be your biggest teacher. You will always be your biggest teacher, not anybody else telling you what to do, because your body always has all the answers. So from your downward facing dog, I want you to bend your knees and split the knees wide and send your bum over your heels. Inhale, ripple forward, high plank. From here, exhale, bend the elbows, bend the knees, send the body back, downward facing dog. Let's do a few more like that. Feet wide, inhale, ripple the body forward. Exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows, send the body back. All right, let's go again. Inhale, ripple forward. Exhale. We'll go two more. Inhale, ripple forward. You always drop your knees down. Exhale. Last one here. Inhale, ripple forward. Exhale. Beautiful. From here, walk your hands slowly back to your feet. Forward fold. Back of the mat. So I'm just going to move my mat back. Stay a couple of breaths here for me in your forward fold. Soften your knees, shake your head, bring your feet a little wider. From here, left hand stays down. We're going to inhale, twist the sternum to the right. Feel free to bend that left knee. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, twist, and then exhale back down. My hamstrings are a little bit tight today. I've been sitting doing a lot of content, which makes sense. My lower back is also feeling it because my hamstrings are tight. So I've been spending a fair bit of time on releasing my quads and my hamstrings with fascia decompression. Feel free to see my other videos as to what you can do to also help ease that tension in your own body. Let's take one more each side. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. That feels so good. Inhale and exhale. All right. Downward facing dog. Okay. From our downward facing dog, let's come into crouch. All right, ripple the body through, bring the right knee with you this time. All right, now from here, what we're going to do is step the right foot way outside the right hand. Okay, just taking a moment here, I'm going to get you to drop your left knee down and just move it around a bit. So kind of just creep around the mat. Again, if you have been sitting all day, your hip flexors and your psoas and your quads can get really, really tight. That's usually what pulls on our lower back. And then again, as I said, if we wear shoes, your feet become very calcified. So we have so many areas within the body downstream that unfortunately really cop it when we're in the world we're in today. And again, your calves become tight, as in the fascia that holds the muscle of the calf, your feet, your quads and your hamstrings, then you're going to have a lower back issue. So it's really, really important that we get into the fascia and we decompress, but we also move and we also use our breath to hydrate the tissue. All right, we're going to stay here. Right foot's going to be forward. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to work a little bit of that compression. So similar to what you did in your bear crawl, we're going to really round the spine. You're going to push through that left hand and reach your right arm forward. Now from here, can you bring the left knee into your nose and then step it back and slide into like a version of Skandasana. You're going to bend your left knee, straighten your right. Free to move it around a bit. Again, I'm pretty big on the moving around a bit. Just have a little bit of a play. Feel free to keep your heel off if you're just kind of waking up. That's so fine. All right, let's come back and do that again. So we're going to slide the body through. Right foot faces forward, right knee over right ankle. The knee's a hinge joint, super important. Right arm goes forward. Can you bring that knee in and maybe touch the elbow this time? Step it back, slide over Skandasana, bend the left knee, straighten the right. Maybe you try to keep your left heel on the ground and have a little play. Oh, that feels so good here. One more time, we're going to kick the leg through this time. So we're going to walk back forward, right foot forward, left hand out. Push, if you've got a block, that will help you push the floor away. Right hand goes forward, left knee up to the nose. See if you can kick it through and flex the left quad. Beautiful. Now, the good news is we've got to come back here. So you need to push the floor away. And we're going to step that left foot back into our twisted lunge. So right foot forward. And we're going to stay here for a couple of breaths just because it feels really nice. I'm pushing out of that left hand, rotating my sternum, right knee over right ankle. Take an inhale. Exhale back to Skandasana. We've been here before. Over to the left. All right, as we're here, this time I'm going to stay a bit higher. So we're going to flex this right quad now. And we're going to press the blade edge of the right foot down. So coming more into a poo-poo squat. If you want a bit more work, you can bring those hands behind you. 3 breaths. Make sure your left knee is over your left ankle. The knee's a hinge joint. Squeeze your scapula. It's getting a little bit fiery. Slowly work through your abductors, right foot forward. Spin your hips, come onto the ball of the left foot, double bent crescent lunge. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, draw the elbows down and squeeze your scapula. Beautiful. Try not to grip with those right toes too much. You really want to use the hamstring and we want to use the glute on the right side. If I'm just gripping with my toes, I'm just going to fire up my calf, and if your calves are already tight and calcified and dehydrated, once again, you're going to have a back issue from there. So we're going to pause here, keep the right knee bent. You're going to bring your hands to your heart, and we're just going to extend that left leg out nice and long. Now pull the scapula together here and keep the right knee bent. So you're in a bit of a single leg squat. Breathe in. As you breathe out, can you float your left foot hip distance apart? Come into our Utkatasana chair pose, but we're going to go straight onto the balls of the feet and drop your chest down to your thighs. Squeeze your scapula. Breathe in. Breathe out. Can we come all the way down here into Navasana, boat pose? All right, now a couple options here. You can either stay here or of course extend those legs up. Your choice. We're going to hold here for the count of 5, for the count of 4, for the count of 3, for the count of 2, and for 1. We're going to have a little rock and roll and move to our first chaturanga. So as we come up, we're going to, oh yeah, that was nice, walk through our first chaturanga. So high plank, however you get there is fine. Really squeeze your butt in your high plank. Make sure that we're not collapsing through the hips. Press up through the scapula. Knees or toes, elbows in, lower to the ground. All right, untuck your toes. Feet wide. Let's go through 3 rolling cobras. So inhale, gentle roll. Exhale, roll back down. 2 more like that. Now last one here, inhale. Oh, they feel so good, and exhale. All right, we're going to bring those hands back. Tuck your toes. We want to exhale to push up, so belly to spine. Downwards, facing dog. Reset. Bend your knees, send them wide. Send your bum over your heels, crouch. Ripple forward as you do. You can bring the left knee into your nose, left knee into your nose. Keep shifting forward, shifting forward, shifting forward. Left foot outside, left hand. Drop the right knee down. Let's just take some time here. Just move around, like ask questions of your body constantly. Be like, all right, what's going on? Hips, what's going on? Hamstrings, like, what are you trying to tell me? What do you need? If you don't ask the questions, you're not going to get the answers. And that's when we start to move into injury or tension. So get feedback from your body here. Beautiful. Okay, so we're coming back. We've got the left foot forward. We've got the right leg extended here. Now we're going to tuck that right toe and we're going to have a little play here. We're going to bring that left arm forward and we're going to have a little tuck. Bring the knee in and then send the right foot back. Slide into your first Skandasana on this side. Bend the right knee, take a few moments. Lift up the heel if you need to and just move it around a bit. And we're going to slide back to the front. Turn your left foot open, left knee over left ankle, really important. Round the upper back, knee comes in, touch the elbow this time. That's an exhale. And then step the foot back, slide it over. Come into your version of Skandasana. And this time we're going to step that foot through. You really need to use compression here, similar to that bear crawl. So you need to open your left foot, the knee's a hinge joint. And then you want to use your exhale. So belly to spine, as you breathe out, in, and you're going to kick the leg through. And we're going to really flex that right quad here. We're going to think about bringing it back slowly. Step it back, pausing here, and then lift the left arm up. And we're going to hold here for 3 full breaths here. So big, deep breaths here. Should feel pretty good. Look down. Push your left foot, stay upright. Bend the right knee. We're going to straighten the left, coming into like our higher version here. Flex your left quad. Push into the blade edge of that left foot. Coming to our poo-boo squat here. Loosen your right toes. Push through your right heel. Slide to the front. Spin the body forward. Double bent crescent lunge. Tuck your tailbone under, working into the hips, the glutes, the quads and the hamstrings here. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, draw the elbows wide. Try to take a few breaths here. Hands to heart. Can you keep your left knee bent? Extend your right leg out and behind. Breathe in. Breathe out, soften your left knee, bring your right foot to a wide squat, land it, come down, lift up your heels and hold for 5, hold for 4, hold for 3, for 2 and 1, drop your heels straight into boat pose, legs up if you can and hold for 5, breathing through the nose. Try to get your sternum towards your quads. Beautiful. All right. 1 rock and roll through our vinyasa. So as we come up, you can either cross your legs or try to go through a squat. Push away, step back, high plank. Chaturanga, elbows in. This time maybe you hover. Tops of the toes. Open the shoulders. Pull the sternum through. And then from here, we're going to drop the knees down. We're going to take a brief child's pose. Send your hips over your heels. Take a few breaths there in your child's pose. Just taking a moment just to reset. Now I'm getting quite warm, which is great. I really encourage you to maintain your diaphragmatic breath, especially as we move into the twist. That's going to be the basis for our little float. So when you feel ready, I'm going to invite you to come back up to a downward facing dog. Nice big wide spread fingers here. Let's lift up those hips and find a downward facing dog. Okay. Bending the knees, sending those knees wide, send your bum over your heels. Ripple the spine forward, right knee comes into the nose, right foot steps outside, right hand. Immediately bring your right arm forward, bring the left knee to your nose and kick the left foot through. Maybe starting to think about lifting that left hand off the floor. Hold for 3, 2, left hand down. Step the left foot to the back, keep the right hand up. We're in a twisted lunge. Take an inhale here. Exhale your version of Skandasana. Bend the left knee over left ankle. Maybe flexing open that right foot. Maybe dropping that left forearm down. Maybe having a reach here. Slide back to the front. Nice and slow here. Double bent crescent lunge we're moving to. We've been here before. Take an inhale here. Exhale, bend the elbows. Draw the sternum forward straight away. Bringing those hands back. Leaning into your bent knee. Airplane pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Can we curl ourselves into a little ball? Either bring your left knee to your left calf or ankle or down into a shrimp squat. And then we're coming all the way up back to our airplane pose. And then we're going to step the left foot back. Right arm goes back, left arm goes forward. I know this is big into the legs, to stay with me. So twisting your torso, your right knee must stay over your right foot. The knee's a hinge joint. Take an inhale here. Stay for your exhale, warrior 2. Unwind everything. Right foot goes forward. Right knee over right ankle. Blade edge of the back foot. Adductors on. Shoulders relax. We're going to just bring the hands gently behind here. Flex your left quad. Are we still breathing here? Have we lost our breath? Make sure you're not taloning on with those right toes. Beautiful. From here, we're going to lift that right arm up. Take an inhale. Maybe you exhale, open. From here, we're simply going to cartwheel down to the ground. But we're going to lift up our right leg. 3-legged dog. Okay. From here, we're going to walk those hands back. Standing splits. Okay, now pausing here, now standing splits. We're going to work a bit of compression. Can you flex those right toes? Take an inhale. Exhale, can you bring the right toes towards the right wrist? Inhale, lift up. Exhale, compress, push the floor away. 3 more. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. From here, bring the foot down and we drop into our squat. Oh, definitely warming up. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a journey forward here. So what we're going to have a think about doing is we're going to do little hops to come forward. So have fun with this one. So starting right at the back of your mat here. All right, we're going to bring the hands down and we're going to have like a, similar to what we did before, feel free to put a little jump into it. It's going to have a little hop forward. So just a little one here, hop forward. Nothing more than that. Hop forward. 2 more. Hop forward. Last one. Hop forward. Navasana. Boat pose. All right. From here, lower. All right, come up. Exhale. All right, up to you here. You can keep the legs bent, which one I'm doing today, or you can try to keep your legs straight if that's what you'd like to do. If not, we're going to exhale, tuck in, and inhale, lengthen hollow body. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. A couple more to go. Exhale, inhale, exhale. This time rock and roll, come through vinyasa. Have a play with how you get there. Maybe you jump back, high plank, chaturanga. Feet wide to create space. Open. And then downward facing dog. Maybe after taking a little bit of a rest if you like, so pedal out your feet. Beautiful. All right, let's do the other side. Let's get the knees nice and wide, flex the spine. Ripple the body forward. Push the floor away, left knee comes into the left nose. Now start to step it outside the left hand, push the floor away with the right. Right knee comes into the nose. You are going to kick that right foot through. Either stay here or find a pistol squat. Maybe hold for 3, for 2. Right hand down, compress. Step the right foot back. Skandasana. Bend the right knee, straighten the left, pause here. Now again, finding your depth in your Skandasana, your arm variation. Let it feel really nice. Swivel to the front. Left foot forward. Ball of the right foot, double bent lunge. Okay, the knee joint is so important in yoga. I'm really big on that. Tuck your tailbone under. Engage your hamstring and your glute. We inhale, lift up. Exhale, draw the elbows wide and continue the movement. Bringing those hands back, squeeze your scapula, keep your left knee bent, and we're coming into a bent knee airplane pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to single leg squat here. Bring your right knee to tap your left calf, ankle, or round your spine, shrimp squat. Oh my God. Bringing it slowly back. The work here is in the legs. Right toes touch down, double bent lunge. Left arm goes back, right arm goes forward. Left toes nice and light. So we're really using the heel of that left foot here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Warrior 2. Unravel. Make sure that left knee is not collapsing inwards. So gently nudge your left hip open. Right hip closes. Blade edge of right foot goes down. Spread, splay your left toes. I like to bring the hands behind. We do so much with our hands out in front, rolling our shoulders in, but it's just a gentle opening of the chest. Push through your left heel. Inhale, flip and reverse. Cartwheel down, 3-legged dog. So again, using compression. Push the floor, lift the left leg, walk it back, standing splits. Okay. All right, pause here. So when we're here, we're going to use compression. If you need to use blocks, please use blocks. So you can inhale, exhale. We're going to try to keep that leg straight and touch the left wrist. So inhale, lift, standing splits. Exhale, push the floor, compress. Inhale, lift. Exhale, compress. Here we go, 2 more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, compress. Last one, inhale, lift. Now exhale, compress, feet, nice and wide, drop into a squat. It's actually been a while since I've taught and done yoga, so I'm definitely feeling this, but it's great. I'm definitely nice and warm, which is exactly what I was after. Okay, we're going to do a similar thing again. So this time we're going to do what's called a wallaby crawl. And do it nice and slow. Find the back of your mat or as far back as you can. We're going to put the hands down and jump the feet outside of the hands. You know, nice locomotion movement. We're going to go forward and we're going to go back. So we're going to push the floor away, lift up our hips, and we're going to step the feet outside the hands. Drop the bum down, hands come down, wallaby crawl forward. Maybe I can fit 2 more here. Really trying to get those hips up and over the shoulders. 1 more. So just for fun, we're going to go back today, just to bring in that extra bit of heat. The hands need to go behind and then give it a go, going backwards. Always a nice challenge for the brain to play around with moving the opposite. And we'll meet at the squat, the back of the mat. Oh my goodness. Woo. So from here, downward facing dog. Lift up those hips, find your way into a downward facing dog. All right, pausing here, take a moment. We're going to go through that flow 1 more time. We might add on 1 or 2 things. I hope you're warm. Please let me know in the comments how you found this flow. And if you'd like to see more of it, as it has been a little while. Okay, from here, we're going to start from our down dog position. We're going to ground down through those hands, and we're going to lift the right leg up on your inhale. Exhale, bend and open. Now you're very welcome to stay here, or of course you can start to spin onto the blade edge of the left foot, support with the left hand coming through a side plank. Right foot slowly comes down. And then from here, pushing either through the ball or the heel, we're just going to open. Just finding your version here. So working with whatever feels good for you. Now, how slowly can you bring that right foot up? Press through your left hand, internal hip rotation. We're going all the way through to our fallen star. Right hand comes down, right leg spins through, and maybe hold here. All right, that left hand can stay up. You can hold that leg if you need to. Try to hold it up, touch the floor if you need for 3, 2, and 1. From here, right leg rises. Ripple forward, right foot outside right hand. You should be sweating a bit here. Left leg kicks through. All right, flexing the foot here. Beautiful. Take a seat this time. Okay. All right, so we've got that left leg flexed here. Left hand is going to go down. All right, now what we're going to do from this position is we're going to come through to Prasarita. You're going to push through your right foot, lift up through the hips, step that left foot through, bring your feet wide, Prasarita, forward fold. Hope you got that little transition there. Take a few breaths in your forward fold. This should feel amazing. Shake your head yes and no. All right, beautiful, guys. We're going to turn that right foot forward. Of course, left hand comes down. Now we're going to lift up that right hand and open and maybe bring it into horizons lunge this time if that's accessible for you. Really opening up through the side body here, which is so important. Big transition. Inhale, lift. Exhale, Skandasana. Over to the left. Bend the left knee, straighten the right. Your version of Skandasana here. Again, option to stay here or drop the bum down. Bring the left knee down. Take an inhale. And exhale, we're going to fold. Inhale. And exhale. So my hammies are quite tight today. I'm not forcing anything. I'm just letting the body do its thing. Breathe in. Breathe out. Never ever force your body to do what it doesn't want to do. Ever. I have spent many years doing that and it always ends not very well. And I think we can all resonate with that. So see if you can use no hands if you are in this position. We're going to open up. We need to open the left knee. So again, we really want to think about opening that left hip. Turn your core on. Push through here. Turn to face the front. Double bend crescent lunge. Bend the right knee. Bend the left knee. We've been here before. Okay. So the deeper you go, the more challenging this will be. We take an inhale up. Exhale. We're coming into our bent knee. Dekasana. Okay. Now, taking an inhale here, exhale, we're going into our shrimp squat, and then we're going to inhale, come back. Now, we're going to do that 2 more times just for fun. Maybe play around with the dragon squat, so you actually bring that left knee behind, left hand comes down, and maybe you pause here. Come back up, bent knee, Dekasana. 1 more squat here, maybe it's your dragon, so left hand comes down, tuck under, maybe pull that what leg is that? My left leg through, have a play with your supported dragon. And then we're coming all the way up half moon this time. Right hand goes down, keep the right knee bent. And we're going to pause here. Just keep your right knee bent as long as you need to. Flex your back quad, kick out of the big toe mount, and then start to turn your sternum towards the left. I like to grab my rib cage and feel my rib cage open. If you've got that, maybe the left hand lifts for 3. For 2, 1, step the left foot back straight into revolved crescent. So right arm goes forward, left arm goes back, maybe right hand comes down, and we open up here. And then let the body unwind. Oh my God, my legs are cooking into warrior 2. Virabhadrasana 2, reset here, flex that back quad. All right, we're going to take an inhale here. Parsvakonasana, side angle, right elbow to right thigh. Pick your waist up off that thigh. Turn your sternum towards the left. Keep the angle of the legs here. If you can keep that left shoulder open, not rolling in, you can open your left arm. Maybe bringing that right hand down to the ground. Keep your legs very active and your core on. Breathe in. Breathe out. Amazing. Push through your right foot. Revolve Trikonasana. Inhale, and of course exhale, let's take Trikonasana. Just because it is such a lovely shape here, reach with your right arm, left hip is pulling back, bring the right hand underneath the right shoulder, it does not have to touch the floor, and then we're going to lift that left arm up. Beautiful strength into the legs here, tummy muscles towards your spine, breathe in, breathe out. All right, tummy muscles on, slowly come out of that. Right foot turns in, knees over ankles, goddess pose. I hope you're warm. I'm most definitely warming up here. I only intended to do about, for like 35 minutes, but now I'm 40 and we've got one more side to go. So stay with me, you're doing really well. Turn your body to the front, three-legged dog. Both hands come down. Right leg lifts, walk it back. Okay, here we go. So what we're going to do from here, I'm going to play with some handstand hops. You're going to drop that right foot down, have a little bit of a squat here. As you kick up, keep your right leg straight and have a play. So setting it up kind of like a bit of a crouch. As you move forward, straighten the right leg, have a play. And again, I'm being pretty loose with what my legs are doing when I'm in my handstand. Sometimes it might be nice to keep that knee bent, but I like to straighten the leg as it goes up and reach towards the sky, and then you can have a play with any shapes when you're there. So wherever you are, just slowly refinding the floor. And we're just going to find a forward fold from there. Shake out your head. Yes and no. We are so close. You're doing really well. If you'd like to go through another chaturanga, go for it. I'm not going to do that, but I am going to take us into a downward facing dog. We are so close. So from here, pause. All right, push through your hand, left leg rises. Inhale. Bend and open, exhale. Don't rush this. Try to find a side plank first. Wild thing, or your version of back bend. Slowly, we're going to bring our body over into our fallen triangle. So take your time in the rotation. Left hand comes down, left leg spins through, and we're going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, try to straighten your right leg, 2 and 1, inhale, well done. Exhale, knee to nose, we're going to step left foot outside, left hand, right foot goes through. Take time here, pause, and drop down. Okay, well done. We're going to flex that right quad. Okay, so we're working into this one. Again, we're going to spin it around into our prasarita. My right hand is going to go on the outside of my right hip. I'm going to lift up and I'm going to spin my body around, finding my way into a prasarita, forward fold. Soften your head here. If you have tripod headstand or any form of headstand, this is a perfect opportunity to jump into it. I'm going to stay right here today because that feels really nice in my body. So staying here for an inhale and then an exhale. All right, from your prasarita, turn to the front of the mat. All right, right hand comes down, left hand comes up, finding your twist here. Maybe dropping into horizons lunge. All right, inhale, lifting it up over to your Cossack or your Skandasana. We're going to bend the right knee, maybe dropping down, pause here, maybe bringing that right knee in. Take an inhale, and then exhale, we're going to fold. Take your time. This side definitely not feeling as tight as my other one today, but still pretty locked up. Please always be gentle with yourself. We need to sort of get rid of the dialogue. I should be here. It should look like this. It needs to look like that. Just wherever you land is perfect. Take a few breaths here. Now we're going to try to come back to our Cossack squat here. So what we're going to try to do, our Skandasana, is open the right hip. Now, really use your compression here. So using what we did in the bear crawl, you're going to zip your belly to your spine, reach forward, slide to the front, double bent crescent lunge. Left knee bends, inhale. As you exhale, bring those elbows wide. Let's come into our balance. You guys are so close. So pausing here, take an inhale, we have 3 squats. So remember, you can touch your toes down or bring the knee down for a shrimp, and then we come back up into our bent knee airplane. Maybe you take a mini dragon squat, like really compressing here, bringing that right knee to the outside of the left, and then opening back up, and 1 more squat to go. Exhale, so belly goes to spine. Maybe that right hand comes down. Maybe you pull that foot through for your dragon. Unravel, half moon. Left hand, my legs are cooking, comes down. Keep your left knee bent, left foot directly under left knee. Flex your right quad, open your right hip, turn your sternum to the right. Right arm comes up if you've got that, and we hold for 3, for 2, 1. We're going to step back straight into revolved crescent lunge. We right arm forward, left arm goes back. Maybe that left arm comes down and we open. And then unravel, warrior 2, left knee bends. Blade edge of right foot down, my goodness. Ooh. Pause here. All right, inhale, flip and reverse. Parsvakonasana, side angle, left elbow to left knee. Lift your rib cage up. Turn your right shoulder open. Press into the outer edge of your right foot. Right hand comes up and either stay here or left hand comes down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, push through your left foot. Revolved Trikonasana. Inhale. Now exhale, pull your right hip back. Keep your legs locked. Reach forward with that left arm. And then that left hand directly under left shoulder. Right hand above Trikonasana. Breathe in. Breathe out. Tummy muscles on, push through the feet. Inhale, flip and reverse. Bring it into your goddess pose just for a moment here. Pause. Woo! You guys are doing really, really well. All right, maybe you lift up those heels just for a moment. Drop your heels down, spin to the front. I'm not sure if I got that goddess pose in before or after the Trikonasana, but we got there. Left leg's gonna rise, 3-legged dog. Walk it back, standing splits. Okay, this is it. So we're gonna really use what we've just used, our compression, and of course our straight arm strength to now have a play with some handstand hops. You're on the right foot now, which may feel a bit more familiar for you. So as we come in, we're going to try to lift up. You may even circle the hips. You may even start like this. It can be just a little jump or a hop, but have a play however it is. Finding a handstand, hop or hold. And we're looking for 3 of these. Be really creative with it. Don't rush the journey. Maybe it goes out to a straddle. We're kicking off that right foot though. 1 more to go. Maybe work on a hold if you've got that. If you've got that, squeeze your bum. Tuck your tailbone under, reach the toes to the top. Breath or 2 here. Take your time to come down. Oh yeah, amazing. Well done. Forward fold, back of the mat, breathe in. And breathe out. Oh, okay. So what we're going to do here is just drop ourselves back into that ape squat. Should feel really good after that. Wow, it's been like nearly an hour. That's incredible. I was not expecting that. So what we're going to do for our ape squat. See if you can bring your feet wide. Drop the bum down and bring the feet out in front. Okay, we're going to do a little bit more compression stuff. Just why not? So what we're going to think about doing, I recommend pointing your toes if you can and flexing your quads. We want to think about pulling the femur bone into the hip socket, similar to a pistol squat. And if you've got blocks, I highly recommend it. So we want to lengthen our spine And then what we're going to do is try to lift up and kind of walk your bum back. So bring your sternum towards your quads. Okay, and then sit back down. Now we're just going to do 2 more for today. I've done a fair bit of compression work already today, so that's a really nice thing to practice, especially if you are trying to get your pistol squat, handstand, or just trying to understand compression, because it really helps support your lower back. So let's go again. It's quite hard. I'm on a rubber mat here, so it's not sliding very well, but I recommend bringing your feet off if you can. But let's go again. We're going to push away. Now, tuck your chin into your chest, belly to spine. Pull your hips back further. Maybe those feet come off for 3, 2, 1. Holy. And then come back down. Give your quads a little bit of a shake here. We are going to go 1 more of these. Please don't worry if you don't get it straight away. It is just something to try. The blocks will absolutely help you. I just don't have any here with me right now. Okay, we're going to push away, lift up. Think about bringing your sternum to your quads. Maybe you lift for 3, 2, and 1. Soles of the feet together. Butterfly position. I'm just going to take a gentle fold here. The work is done. I'm really uncertain. I think I may have put a pose before another one in that second half of the sequence, but I think we pretty much got there. But look, if I messed it up, I messed it up. I spent so many years trying to be perfect, and what I've realized now is that my best self and also my fascia, which is always listening to me, and it's listening to how I talk to myself, and it's listening to my judgments and my criticisms and my old perfectionist nature. The moment that I move into tension, it really inhibits every single system of my body. It inhibits my breath, it inhibits the blood and oxygen that move to every single cell. And it creates a very rigid structure and a protection structure, as opposed to one that is more fluid and soft and gentle and open. And so for me, the body comes first, and it's about being really kind with what we do. So if I messed it up, I messed it up. I don't really care, but I know that I got a really nice little workout out of that little practice today, and I hope that you did too. So what we're going to do from here is just bend the knees. We're going to come down to our backs, and we're just going to take quite a few moments here of diaphragmatic breath. But before that, we're just going to do a really nice gentle twist. So you're going to let your knees fall to the left. This top arm is your right arm. It's going to come over and it's going to reach towards your right foot. Now this is what, of course, only if you've got the space to do this. You're going to let the shoulder and the hands slide back, and you're going to come back to neutral. So knees go to the right, left arm comes over, left hand reaches towards left leg, and then back to neutral. This is a really nice one, especially if you happen to use devices, because I'm allowing the shoulder to like fully relax here and trying to let my scapula like roll on the ground. And take 1 more of these. Always exhale, twist across the body, and then inhale, come back. Now I'm just going to do a little bit of a shake before we do into our diaphragmatic breath. So hands on the floor, feet on the floor, and stomp it out for a good 15 seconds. It always feels so good. Like, don't be afraid to like just get it out. You have a full tantrum on the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in through the nose. The belly expands. Ribcage expands. Hold it. Exhale through the nose. Start to feel the belly draw towards the backbone. Spine press into the ground, and the hips slightly tilt and hold. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take 5 more breaths here. In for 4, pause, out for 6. If you want to finish, of course, in traditional Shavasana, you're very welcome. It's a really nice way to really settle your breathing and help your nervous system return home. Every time you exhale for longer than you inhale, you are shooting a message from body to brain that the environment is safe and the body can shift out of its fight-flight gear or tension, spinal sympathetic, whatever you want to call it, back into ventral. Our fascia can let go of its grip, and our breath can take the nutrients needed, which is the blood and oxygen, to every single cell. Take one more inhale here. Stay for your exhale. Hugging your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Take more time with that if you can. Eventually bringing yourself up to seated. I would love to know how you found that. It has been quite a while since I've shared a practice like that here on YouTube. I now have a studio at Anna Bay and of course share movement, fascia and foot health online through my website, Move Like Water Collective. Please place down in the comments if you really enjoyed that and what you would like to see more of. But just remember that what we see here is just 10%. The rest of us is our water body. It's etheric. It's what we can't see. And it's molded and shaped by not only our environment and what we practice is in how we hold our phone and sit in chairs and wear shoes, but it's also shaped by our thoughts and our words and our stories that either close or open us, creating a protection pattern in our fascia. So if you'd like to learn more, I'll be running a feet, fascia and flow 4-week online course from my business Move Like Water Collective starting September. If you'd like to be a part of it, comment fascia below and I'll send you a 25% discount code to join. Make sure you give me a like and a subscribe and let me know if you'd like to see another practice like this again. Thank you so much for being here. I always appreciate you.